Imagine holding a tiny clove of garlic in your hand, no bigger than the tip of your finger, yet inside it hides a secret powerful enough to change your health in a noticeable way. Many people think of garlic as nothing more than a spice to add flavor to their food. But the truth is completely different. Scientists consider garlic one of the most powerful natural medicinal foods on the planet. The secret isn't in its simple shape or strong smell, but in the active compounds it contains, especially allicin, which is created the moment you crush or chop the clove. This is the compound modern studies link to better heart health, stronger immunity, and even lowering the risk of certain cancers. But here's the big question. Does eating garlic in any form give you all these benefits? The answer is no. And that's the first clue we'll uncover today. Garlic's benefits depend heavily on how you use it. Some people swallow whole cloves, thinking that's the right way. Others toss garlic into boiling oil over high heat until it turns dark brown, believing they have just added benefits to their food. And some store peeled garlic in oil for months. These practices are extremely common, but studies confirm they strip your body of a huge portion of garlic's potential. That's why, let me be clear from the start. If you really want to get the most out of garlic, you have to use it the right way and avoid the common mistakes most people make. And that's exactly what we're going to break down step by step. Be prepared, some of these mistakes might surprise you, because you could be making them without even realizing it. There's one mistake in particular coming up in the middle of this video that scientists consider one of the worst, capable of destroying up to 70% of garlic's medicinal power. Yet millions of people do it every single day. And since we are revealing rare secrets most people have never heard before, if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss what's coming next. Now let's continue. Let me take you to another scene. Imagine someone deciding to start a simple challenge. They tell themselves, I will eat 1 clove of garlic every day for just 3 days and see what happens. On the first day, maybe they feel a bit of warmth in their stomach, or notice the strong taste lingering in their mouth. But after 2 or 3 days, they begin to notice something different. Their breath feels fresher in the morning, almost like their body is flushing out toxins. Clinical studies done on hundreds of people show that the body actually starts responding to garlic's compounds within just a few days, whether by stimulating liver enzymes that detoxify the body or by activating the immune system to become more alert. And that's just the first 3 days. Imagine the difference after weeks or even months. That's why we keep saying garlic isn't just a food habit. It's a complete natural medicine. But the real secret lies in how you use it, how you chop it, how you store it, even the moment you add it during cooking. All these little details decide whether that clove will deliver amazing health benefits or just pass through your body like any regular food. And we also need to be honest. Just as garlic has incredible benefits, there are precautions you should know about. Garlic can interact with certain medications like blood thinners, or cause stomach issues for people with sensitivities. We will explain this more later, but it proves an important point. What we are talking about here isn't some random home remedy. It's science, backed by real research. The real issue isn't whether garlic has benefits, it's how we use it. And today, we are not only going to talk about its powers, but we are also opening a very important file. The mistakes that make you lose its benefits without even realizing it. And trust me, when we get to the 4th and 5th mistakes, you will be shocked at how such simple habits can completely waste this nutritional treasure. Ask almost anyone about garlic, and they'll quickly say, "Of course, it's super healthy." But here is the truth. Most people make mistakes that wipe out 60 to 70% of its potential without even realizing it. Imagine thinking you're giving your body a superfood, only for a tiny mistake to turn that clove into something almost worthless. That's why we need to focus on the most common mistakes millions of people make every single day. And if you can avoid them, you will unlock the full power hidden in every clove of garlic. The first mistake is overcooking garlic. A lot of people chop garlic and throw it straight into smoking hot oil, letting it fry until it turns dark brown, thinking this is when the benefits peak. The truth? It's the exact opposite. Allicin, garlic's magic compound, is extremely sensitive to high heat. Cook it on strong heat for more than 3 minutes, and the allicin breaks down almost completely. Instead of getting nature's medicine, you are left with little more than flavor. Scientists have shown the simple solution. Add garlic at the very end of cooking, or better yet, use it raw in salads and sauces. A tiny change that makes all the difference. The second mistake is eating raw garlic on an empty stomach in excess. Yes, you may have heard that garlic first thing in the morning is healthy, and it can be for some people, but it often causes more harm than good. Raw garlic is extremely strong. When it hits an empty stomach, it can trigger heartburn, nausea, or even dizziness, especially in people with ulcers or acid reflux. Garlic also lowers blood pressure, so taking it suddenly on an empty stomach may drop your pressure too fast. The smarter way? Pair it with a light meal so you get the benefits without the side effects. The third mistake is swallowing the whole clove without crushing it. Lots of people are used to popping a whole clove like a pill. True, that reduces the harsh taste and odor, but you lose a large portion of allicin, which only releases when garlic cells are broken and exposed to oxygen. Studies show that crushing or chopping the clove and then waiting a few minutes dramatically increases the availability of active compounds. So swallowing the whole clove can be a gentler option for some, but it's not the ideal method to get the full effect. The fourth mistake is not letting garlic rest after chopping. This is one of those brilliant little secrets most people don't know. Once garlic is chopped or crushed, its enzymes need a few minutes to work with oxygen and fully form allicin. If you eat it right away, you cut that process short. But if you let it rest just 10 minutes, you maximize its healing compounds. Such a small detail, such a big difference. The fifth mistake is storing garlic the wrong way. Many people peel a bunch of cloves, dump them in a jar of oil, and think they are preserving them for months. What they don't realize is that this creates the perfect environment for dangerous bacteria like Clostridium botulinum, which can cause food poisoning. The safer method? Keep garlic unpeeled in a cool, dry, ventilated place. If you have peeled it, store it in the fridge and use it within a week. The sixth mistake is ignoring black garlic. A lot of people have never even heard of it, but black garlic is simply fresh garlic that's been aged under controlled heat and humidity for weeks. The result? A sweet, caramel-like flavor, softer texture, and even more antioxidants than raw garlic. It's gentler on the stomach and perfect for people who can't handle raw garlic's intensity. Many dismiss it as a fancy version, but in reality, it can be an incredible option. Another common mistake is avoiding garlic altogether because of the smell. Some people give up all its benefits just to dodge garlic breath. But solutions are simple. Chew parsley afterward, sip mint tea, eat an apple, or switch to black garlic, which has a milder scent. The smell is never a good enough excuse to miss out on a nutritional treasure. And finally, the last mistake is ignoring your doctor if you are on medication. Garlic is natural, yes, but that doesn't mean it's harmless in every situation. Regular use can magnify the effects of blood thinners like warfarin or interact with blood pressure medication. This increases the risk of bleeding or sudden drops in blood pressure. The smart move is simple. If you are on any medication, check with your doctor before making garlic a daily habit. The bottom line? Garlic is far more powerful than most people think, but its true power depends on these small details. Avoid these mistakes, and every clove becomes less of a seasoning and more like a natural healing capsule. Now that we've covered the mistakes that can rob garlic of its power, here is the real question. What do you actually gain when you use it the right way? And trust me, it's not just one or two benefits. Garlic delivers a whole package of advantages that impact nearly every system in your body. The first and most famous benefit is protecting your heart and blood vessels. Dozens of studies, including a 2020 review in the Journal of Nutrition, showed that people who regularly consumed garlic experienced a drop in high blood pressure by as much as 8 to 10 points. That's huge for anyone dealing with hypertension. Garlic also lowers harmful cholesterol while raising beneficial cholesterol. In other words, that single clove a day could be the difference between clogged arteries and a healthier, longer-lasting heart. The second benefit is strengthening the immune system. A lot of people turn to supplements or multivitamins when they feel run down, but garlic works as a natural antibiotic. Its sulfur compounds, especially allicin, help the body fight off bacteria and viruses. A 2016 study in Clinical Nutrition followed people who took garlic supplements for 12 weeks, and they caught about 60% fewer colds than the group that didn't. That's not just feeling a little stronger, it's a real drop in your risk of getting sick. The third benefit is balancing blood sugar. This is a big one for anyone with diabetes. Research shows garlic can improve insulin sensitivity and lower fasting blood sugar. In one 2019 study published in Diabetes, Metabolic Syndrome, and Obesity, participants who consumed garlic for 24 weeks saw significant improvements in their long-term blood sugar levels, often measured by a test called A1C. That makes garlic more than just food. It's a true ally in managing chronic conditions. The fourth benefit is detoxifying the liver. Garlic activates powerful enzymes in the liver, such as glutathione, S-transferase, and a family of detox enzymes called cytochrome P450, while boosting antioxidants like catalase and superoxide dismutase. Together, they help flush toxins and shield liver cells from damage. Some studies even suggest garlic reduces the harm alcohol does to the liver. But let's be clear, garlic isn't a free pass to drink. It's an extra line of defense. Think of it as a guard standing at your body's gate, pushing out harmful substances before they cause damage. The real safety comes from avoiding toxins in the first place. The fifth benefit is natural cancer protection. Sounds bold, but the science backs it up. A 2017 review in Cancer Prevention Research found that people who consumed garlic regularly had lower risks of certain cancers, especially stomach and colon cancer. The sulfur compounds in garlic slow tumor growth and trigger apoptosis, the natural death of harmful cells. Garlic isn't a magic cure, but including it in your diet gives your body another shield. Garlic also plays a remarkable role in supporting bone health overall. It's packed with sulfur compounds and antioxidants that help reduce chronic inflammation, the kind that slowly weakens bones over time. Regular garlic consumption has been shown to strengthen the skeletal system and lower the risk of problems like arthritis and reduced bone density. What's even more fascinating is how these benefits stand out for women after menopause. One of the biggest reasons for osteoporosis at that stage is the drop in estrogen levels. Garlic, however, acts like a natural supporter by helping to boost estrogen in a noticeable way. A 2018 study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Health Sciences reported that women who added garlic to their daily diet showed improvements in bone density compared to those who didn't. In short, garlic isn't just a flavor boost. It's a natural way to keep your bones strong and resilient, especially when your body needs it the most. And we can't forget its impact on skin and hair. Garlic is rich in antioxidants that fight free radicals, the main culprits behind skin aging and wrinkles. It also helps calm inflammation and promotes faster wound healing. When it comes to hair, using garlic oil or extracts topically has shown promising results in reducing hair loss and stimulating new growth. Simply put, garlic works as a natural beauty ally, enhancing you from the inside and the outside at the same time. Here's something fun. In parts of Asia, especially China and Korea, garlic is often called the secret to staying young. Not just a cooking ingredient, but a traditional recipe for strength and vitality with age. Modern science backs this up, linking garlic consumption to longer life expectancy in some cultures. So think of it this way. Garlic is like holding an entire pharmacy in a single tiny clove. It supports your heart, immunity, liver, blood sugar, bones, skin, and even protects against cancer. All of that if you use it the right way and avoid the mistakes we talked about. That's why garlic isn't just a seasoning. It's nature's medicine cabinet in your kitchen. If you have made it this far, there's one key point you need to know. Not all garlic is the same, and that's something most people don't even realize. In reality, the type of garlic you use and how you prepare it makes a massive difference in how much benefit your body actually gets. Let's start with the types. Fresh white garlic is the most common, the one you see in every market. It's loaded with allicin and sulfur compounds the moment it's chopped or crushed, which is why it's always at the center of scientific studies. But then there's another, less common but fascinating type, black garlic. This is just regular white garlic that's been fermented at controlled heat and humidity for weeks. The result? A sweet, caramel-like flavor, a soft, chewy texture, and way higher levels of antioxidants than white garlic. A 2019 study in food chemistry even showed that black garlic has more phenolic compounds and stronger antioxidant power, which protect the heart and blood vessels. And since it's gentler on the stomach, it's a golden option if you deal with acid reflux or digestive issues. There's also an important difference between eating a whole clove versus chopped or crushed garlic. Swallowing a whole clove means the allicin is released slowly, or sometimes not at all. That can be useful for people who want a milder, longer-lasting effect. But if you want a strong punch of active compounds, chopping or crushing is the way to go. In fact, allicin doesn't even form until the garlic cells are broken down and the enzyme allinase reacts with allicin. That's why scientists recommend chopping or crushing garlic, then letting it sit for about 10 minutes before you eat it. You will get the maximum allicin concentration. Now, what about cooking? Does heat destroy the benefits? The answer? Partly. High heat for long periods definitely kills most of the allicin. But if you add it at the end of cooking or use light, low-heat cooking under about 70 degrees Celsius, you will still preserve a good amount of its power. You can also soak it in olive oil or make a warm garlic tea. All it takes is crushed cloves in warm water with a little honey. These methods give you flexibility without losing the value. As for dosage, research suggests that just 1 to 2 cloves a day is enough to reap the health benefits. A 2020 review in Nutrition Research Reviews found that this amount noticeably improved blood pressure and cholesterol without significant side effects. Overdoing it, though, can cause stomach issues or even bleeding problems if you are on blood-thinning medications. The golden rule? Moderation. A clove or 2 per day, no more. And here's a practical tip for one of the most common complaints. Garlic breath. The sulfur compounds are the culprit, but the fixes are simple. Chew fresh parsley, drink a glass of milk, or eat an apple. These foods contain natural enzymes that break down sulfur compounds and cut the odor dramatically. And if you want something even gentler from the start, black garlic is your friend. To make the picture even clearer, here's a quick comparison. Raw white garlic, highest in allicin, fast-acting but harsher on the stomach and breath. Black garlic, easier on digestion, packed with antioxidants, much milder aroma. Cooked garlic, lower in allicin but still beneficial and easy to add to meals. Whole clove, slow release, gentler and steady effect. Chopped or crushed garlic, maximum allicin release, strongest punch, but only if prepared properly. Let it rest 10 minutes before eating. Bottom line, there's no single perfect form of garlic. It all depends on your needs. If you want maximum benefits for your heart and immune system, go with crushed garlic that's had time to rest. If you want something gentler, try black garlic. And if you just want the flavor without losing too much value, add it at the end of cooking. When you think about the whole journey, you will realize it's a lot simpler than it sounds. Just 1 clove of garlic a day. Such a tiny step, but it can open the door to a completely different lifestyle. In just 3 days, you can already start noticing changes. More energy, deeper sleep, even easier breathing. And this isn't magic, it's simply your body reacting to garlic's powerful compounds. But let's be clear, those 3 days are not the goal, they are just the spark. Consistency is the real key. Over time, you will see your blood pressure stabilize, your cholesterol improve, your immune system grow stronger, and your body protect itself against some of the biggest health threats we face today. History already knew this secret. The ancient Egyptians gave garlic to pyramid builders to boost their strength, and the Greeks gave it to soldiers before battle. And now, modern science confirms what they instinctively understood, that garlic is one of the most powerful tools for long life and resilience. Garlic isn't just food. It's a symbol of strength, protection, and longevity. The key is learning to use it the right way and avoiding the mistakes we talked about earlier. And if you are still worried about the smell or stomach discomfort, you have got options. Black garlic, garlic infused in olive oil, or even a little parsley to freshen your breath. The truth is, garlic gives you choices, and every one of them works in your favor. So here's my final message. Try it. Give yourself just 3 days. Commit to eating 1 clove of garlic daily and feel the difference for yourself. Then let that small challenge grow into a healthy, lifelong habit. Trust me, you will thank yourself years down the road. And if you found this information valuable, hit that like button, subscribe for more health insights, and share this video with someone you care about. You might be the reason they discover the simplest, most powerful health habit of their life.